I always feel cool doing that. No, I'm not, but I feel cool. So, guess it's worth it, eh? I want to talk about things that I've been enjoying lately. The reason I'm out here, actually, is, it's all because of web series, but not just any web series. Literary-inspired web series. Ooh. Like, yes, Lizzie Bennet Diaries, but, like, also, Lizzie Bennet Diaries isn't my favorite one out there. My favorite literary-inspired web series is called Nothing Much to Do, and it's a retelling of Shakespeare's Much Ado About Nothing, and it is so good. Like, it's so good, y'all. I've literally been gushing about it all week at school and being like the most annoying person in the entire universe. That's how good Nothing Much to Do is. It's worth pissing off all of your friends. Okay, I'm back. I don't know where I was. It's a lot later, so the lighting seems different, but I had to go eat dinner, so what can you do? Right, okay, Nothing Much to Do. Watch it, please. I beg of you. It's so good. It's so true to the original source material, but like what changes they do make, I really, really adore. And it just, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's wonderful. And it's one of my favorite stories ever. I'll give you a brief synopsis. Two people hate each other, but they actually like each other. Their friends devise a plan to get them together. There's a lot of clever roasts. So, the next thing that I've been really loving is poetry. And I know what you're thinking, Claire. Oh my god, so hipster. She loves reading poetry. But like, it's good, y'all. This year, I set out to write a poem every day, which is super fun. By the way, I'll be posting those poems online during Escapril, which is in April. It's an event where you write and publish a poem every day in April. It's run by the amazing Savannah Brown. I'll link it in the description of this video because I think it's super cool and I really want to do it. And if you do it, please tag me. I want to see stuff. I want to see your poems. Poetry. It's been something I've loved for a really long time, but I've never really known a lot about. But this year I was like, well, if I'm going to write a poem every day, I'm going to try and write a good poem every day. And I mean, I know that sounds kind of stupid because obviously they're not always going to be good. But I think it's Ray Bradbury who once said that you want to know the best way to be a good writer? Write one short story every week. You can't write 52 bad short stories in a year. And I'm taking that quote full swing, but with poetry. I feel like a poem a day it's a small time commitment that's really worthwhile. And it's also a bit of a diary because poetry is such a raw emotional form. Like if it's an important event, I'll write a poem about it. Or if it's just an event, I'll write a poem. I wrote a poem about Coke machine cream soda the other day. I love it. It needs editing. I'm gonna edit it, and but I was like, well, maybe if I'm gonna write poetry, I need to read poetry. Because then if I read poetry, then like I'll actually know what the heck I'm doing. So one day I was on the Poetry Foundation's website, which is so great, y'all. Such a good website. It's very comprehensive. They have a lot of poems there. And I found they had a newsletter, and I was like, well, what do you mean a newsletter? But this was a newsletter that sends you a poem every single day by a huge variety of authors and styles, just this ginormous variety of poetry, and something is being sent to your inbox every single day. And obviously I got in on that real fast. It's amazing. Kind of changed my life. It's perfect because I like to read them during like passing period at school, or like advisement period when like the period's a little bit longer, so you have a longer passing period. And sometimes they're really short. Sometimes they're really long. Sometimes they're from 500 years ago. Sometimes they were written in 2012. It all depends on the poem, and they're written by all sorts of poets, and some of them are usually pretty topical, like based on the day it is. On Abraham Lincoln's birthday, they sent one of my favorite poems ever, which I'm going to recite to you now as Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln, his hand and his pen. He will be good, but God knows when. Yeah, that poem was written by actual Abraham Lincoln. Like, Emancipation Proclamation, 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. That one. He wrote poetry. Lit poetry. Relatable poetry. All I'm saying is I've discovered so many gems through that newsletter, and I would 1,000,000% recommend it to you. Also, it's free. It brightens my day. It improves my day. It's a good thing, y'all. It's a good thing. Talking about things I like. What else do I like? Brush lettering. I've been very into brush lettering lately. There's literally nowhere on the internet where you can find a good sample of my recent brush lettering, but I'm working on it. Maybe you'll see some of that soon, eh? Bullet journaling is always a constant fave. Started making mood boards. I don't like them very much, but I've been posting them to the internet, but you have to find the account. It's not very secret. I swear, you can find it. I believe in you. Maisie Peters. I want to take half a second here to talk about Maisie Peters. Oh my God. In case you didn't know, Maisie Peters is a British pop artist. She's great. She's amazing. Stay Young is like such a great song. It's such a gem. It's such a bop. It gives me like, when I listen to that song, I'm like road tripping with my friends and we're driving down that highway to like the Santa Cruz Beach boardwalk and the sun is setting. Maybe we're driving home or maybe we're at the beach and everything is in golden hour and everything is glowing and like beautiful and that's how it feels. That's how it feels. It's a good song. Like literally everything she's made has been one of my favorite songs ever. So like, yeah, y'all go check out Maisie Peters. Oh, also the music video and the lyric video are both so good in very different ways. I've been really loving looking at music videos lately and just admiring how amazing they are. It's such a great art form. Oh man, I would love to make a music video. Seriously, y'all though? Oh, I've also been using the word y'all a lot. I feel like it's perfect because it's less, you know, casual than you guys, but nobody says you all. Y'all. Except I said it in English class, and it really was the right circumstance for it. It was multiple people, but I couldn't quite remember who had said anything. So I was like, as y'all previously said, and then Aoife started laughing at me. Sorry to call you out, Aoife, but you did. I guess it was funny. Honestly, I think the teacher laughed too, but maybe y'all isn't the best word for an academic setting, but it wasn't like it was formal writing or speech giving or anything. We weren't even having a Socratic seminar. It was a discussion. I've been kind of far away from YouTube for like a while, but I'm thinking of getting back into it because I was watching those, like a lot of YouTube lately. Specifically, you know, I binged Nothing Much to Do in like a week. And then earlier today I was like, I need more literary inspired web series. And I found one that's an Anne of Green Gables retelling called Green Gables Fables, I think. And just watching her talk to the camera, oh my god, every Anne adaptation makes me want to be a more vivacious person. Tristan vivacious. I was like, wow, she's just so enthusiastic just talking to that camera. I should talk to cameras. Like, maybe I should be a cool teen vlogger. I hate myself too. Nobody would ever call themselves a cool teen vlogger. Like, that's horrible. Yeah. See you soon, cool kids.